Did you know that no act of kindness is too small for any animal? Whether wild or domestic, often animals find themselves in sticky, scary situations that they are not well equipped for. They become vulnerable, completely helpless, and only a human being can save them from the jaws of death. Even the fiercest animals are willing to let their guard down to get the help they need. Watching these animal rescues is sure to warm the coldest hearts and restore faith in humanity. And today, we bring you 10 animal rescues that will melt your heart. Let's dive in. 10. Thousands of penguins. This rescue goes down in history as one of the largest animal rescues. So many people were involved and so many penguins rescued. Back in 2000, a ship bearing oil spilled its contents in the ocean, putting the lives of approximately 20,000 penguins at risk. Diane DiNapoli, better known as the Penguin Lady, was the one who called out for help on behalf of the penguins. She managed to get 12,500 volunteers to help clean the oil off the penguins. There was no special skill or experience needed, just the will to help. Once all penguins were squeaky clean, they were released to their habitat. It must have been nice watching them waddle back to the ocean. 9. Paralyzed dog. A rescue team in India was notified of a stray dog that could not walk properly. This dog had become paralyzed after it was run over by a vehicle. It couldn't lift its hind legs and had to depend on its forelimbs to get by. The locals mentioned that the dog kept constantly staring at its legs, wondering why they wouldn't move. Its spine had been hurt during the accident, leading to severe nerve damage. While cases like this are often irreversible, the rescue team was hopeful that this dog's case was special. After loads of rest and physiotherapy, the dog was able to walk on its fours, happily playing around. He was later named Georgie, and he gave the locals more reason to help out other stray dogs. Number 8. Lonely jaguar. This jaguar had been abandoned by its mother. She was left at the mercy of other wild animals and hunters in the Amazon jungle. Before you get mad, wildcats do this all the time when the cub shows little signs for survival. Chiquita was rescued by the Brazilian army, not once, but twice. The first time, she was found all alone with no mom or siblings nearby. The Brazilian army took her in as their own, and once she had recovered her health, she was released back to the jungle. Not long after, the Amazon jungle was blessed with heavy rains that resulted in floods. Chiquita was found terrified and holding on to a fallen tree, trying her best not to drown. The Brazilian army took her in again, but this time around, they made her a shelter that was a spitting image of the jungle. She roams freely in the protection of the Brazilian army. 7. Wounded puppy. This wounded puppy was found on the street alongside its mom and siblings. Its mom was calling out for help on behalf of her puppy that was writhing in pain. Talk of motherly love. Luckily, its cries were heard by an animal rescue team. The puppy was given the medical attention it needed. It was also well fed and given lots of love and attention. I guess that's why it made a speedy recovery. It was later reunited with its mother and siblings. You could tell that the mother is grateful. Kudos to the mother for not giving up on it. 6. Fawn stuck in frozen lake. Hooves are not made for slippery ground, and this poor fawn found out the hard way. Hunters walking by the frozen lake noticed that there is something unusual. When they took a few steps closer, they noticed that a fawn had its hinds stuck in the frozen lake. Its only saving grace was its front limbs that were keeping it from sinking and drowning. The hunters pulled the fawn out of the lake using ropes. Once it was out and onto the shore, it still couldn't handle the slippery ground, so the hunters pulled a little further. It was able to stand on its fours and immediately took off, eager to reunite with its mummy. Number 5. Kittens in a storm drain. Kittens are quite adorable and have a way of winning our love with their cuteness overload. 5 cute little kittens were found stuck in a storm drain. The cat lovers that feed stray cats around the area noted that the mother cat was going down the storm drain quite often. They kept wondering why she did that, only to find that she had her kittens there. The 5 fluffy kittens were found huddling together in a corner. They kept hissing at the rescuers on defense. They looked pretty, so I guess Mama was doing quite a good job. They had the time of their lives at a foster home before being rehomed. They grew to be chubby, playful, and healthy. In case you were wondering, their mom was found safe and sound. 4. Baby elephant stuck in a hole. This mother elephant was pacing back and down in distress after her calf got stuck in a hole. It resulted in crying for help, hoping that the villagers would understand it. At one point, it even got stunned by an electric pole, but once it got up, it led the people to where her baby had gotten stuck. The rescuers did their best to help the baby elephant out. The mother didn't cause a fuss. Instead, she patiently watched from a distance. She knew she needed the help. This made it easier for the rescuers to pull the calf out of the hole, and once it was out, it was immediately reunited with its mother. 3. Baby raccoon stuck in a rim. This baby raccoon was probably looking for food when it got its head stuck in the rim of a tire. Luckily, an animal rescue team came to its aid. Raccoons are known to be aggressive and use their claws to scratch, as well as their teeth to bite. Fortunately, this particular raccoon did not show any form of resistance, but remained still until it got the help it needed. 2. Fox trapped in a net. 2 people heard the screams and cries for help in some nearby trees. A few steps later, they found that it was a baby fox trapped in a net. They managed to free it, wrapped in a sweater to keep it warm, and took it with them. The little fox was starving and couldn't wait to dig. Feeding was then followed by a warm bath. Weeks later, it was all grown, healthy, and playing with the dog. 1. Eagle stuck in a tank. This giant golden eagle was found stuck and starving in an open tank. As expected, it was resistant to capture. The rescuers had to take extra precaution so as not to be on the receiving end of its 2-inch killer claws. It gobbled up some water while the rescuers gave it time to dry up. Upon further inspection, they noted that the eagle had experienced permanent damage on some of its feathers. Noting that the bird could die at any minute, they rushed it to a rehabler, where it was well taken care of. A month later, it was released. It took off to the sky, and that graceful flapping of wings is a sign of a complete recovery. And that concludes our video on the 10 animal rescues that will melt your heart. Which of these animal rescues is capable of warming even the coldest heart? And which do you think should have made the list? Leave us a comment below and tell us why you share such an opinion. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more just as amazing videos. See ya!